Hello everyone, welcome to Highway Dragon Gaming. In this video, I'm going to introduce the top 5 most underrated artifacts in Skyrim. Some of them are so subtle you'd never even notice them. The Wabbajack is the artifact of Sheogorath, the Prince of Madness, and its effects are as wild and unpredictable as its master. To obtain this weapon, you need to find the beggar Dervanin in Solitude, who usually appears on the road to the Blue Palace. Following the quest instructions, you will enter the Mad Emperor Pelagius's dream and encounter Sheogorath.
The Wabbajack! Huh?
Inside the dream, you must solve 3 puzzles. Use the Wabbajack to attack the dwarves on the arena stands. Transform all of Pelagius's nightmares into harmless creatures. Raise Pelagius's confidence and reduce his anger. Once you complete these puzzles, Sheogorath will reward you with the Wabbajack. It can deal 60 points of random elemental damage to your enemies, sometimes instantly killing them, or even turning them into sweet rolls. However, it can also turn your enemies into Daedric warriors, or heal them, which can negatively affect your battles. This has led many players to think of this staff as a joke weapon, not to be taken seriously in normal combat. But this weapon might be far more powerful than you think. Let's take a look at all of its effects. It has a 50% chance to deal 60 points of elemental damage to an enemy, ignoring all elemental resistances. A 21% chance to transform the enemy into a small animal, effectively disabling them. A 17% chance to strengthen your enemy. A 5% chance to absorb half of your enemy's stats. Since it can also turn enemies into gold coins, sweet rolls, or even instantly kill them, Wabbajack's instant kill rate reaches an astonishing 7%. For comparison, the famous Maroon's Razor, known for its instant kill effect, only has a 1.98% chance, which is less than a third of that. Even when accounting for attack speed differences, Wabbajack clearly outperforms the Razor. After all, while the staff doesn't have an official attack speed, the Razor's speed can't possibly be 3.5 times faster. Arguably one of Skyrim's most notorious weapons, the Ebony Blade is a Daedric artifact tied to Mephala, the Prince of Secrets and Betrayal. Once you reach level 20, keep talking to the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare until you hear a rumour about Jarl Balgruf's child acting strangely. This will start the quest The Whispering Door, which ultimately rewards you with the Ebony Blade. Although this weapon is a two-handed ebony sword, its base damage is only 11, the same as an elven one-handed sword. When you first get it, its health absorption effect is just 10 points, and unlocking its full power traditionally requires killing 10 of your friends, which most players would never do. As a result, a lot of players treat it more like a collectible than a real weapon. What most people do not realize is that despite its low base damage, its attack speed is 1, which is 43% faster than the standard 0.7 for two-handed swords. There is also an alternative method to unlock its full potential that does not involve anything unethical. Head to Kagrumes on Solstheim and enter the ruins. You can find 2 gems on the Bandit Chief. Place the gems according to the pattern on the door to the north, then defeat the Dwemer automatons that appear to unlock it. Inside, you will find a mechanical spider that you can talk to. Let it follow you, then kill it. After that, return to the western entrance of the ruins and stop at the platform there. Then go back to the northern chamber and the spider will respawn. Repeat this process and kill the spider 10 times to upgrade the Ebony Blade's absorb health effect to a powerful 30 points. For comparison, even with all enchanting perks, a player-crafted weapon that absorbs health can only restore up to 20 points per hit, and it still requires recharging. Combined with its high attack speed and unlimited energy, the Ebony Blade is arguably one of the strongest two-handed weapons in Skyrim. For a heavily armored warrior, its combination of speed and health absorption can make combat almost effortless. That is why it earns a spot on this list. Don't let it sit in your weapon stash, take it out and use mechanical spiders to unlock it. Bloodthorn is a steel dagger with a unique enchantment. At the top platform of Hag's End, you can find this weapon on a sacrificial altar next to a dead witch. To be honest, this weapon isn't particularly strong, as its base stats are exactly the same as a regular steel dagger. However, due to some glitches, its actual performance is far better than what its description suggests. Its listed effect is, kills within 3 seconds fill a soul gem, which sounds pretty ordinary. but in reality, it also absorbs 10 points of health from enemies on hit. This effect doesn't appear on the item description, and that's still not the most special thing about it. What truly makes it overpowered is that it's the only weapon in all of Skyrim that can soul trap dwarven automatons. Honestly, this glitch is absolutely legendary. Who wouldn't love a weapon that can even steal the souls of machines? Because of all these hidden properties, I ranked it above 2 Daedric artifacts. After all, this list is about the most underrated items. The Longhammer is a very unusual weapon. It's just a bandit's weapon and looks like a standard orcish warhammer, so it doesn't stand out at first glance. There's no level requirement to obtain it. You can head to Liar's Retreat immediately after escaping Helgen. It's located roughly halfway between Solitude and Markarth. But watch out, the farmer in the cave can still put low-level characters in trouble. In the room behind the bandit bar, there's a passage. Enter it and explore, and you'll soon come across the body of the bandit Rard on an altar. His hammer is supposed to be beside him, but due to a glitch, it often spawns beneath the altar. Let's take a look at its stats. The most notable feature of this warhammer is its attack speed reaching 0.8, which is a full 33% faster than a standard warhammer's 0.6. Although its base damage is only 21, the same as an orcish warhammer, its damage per second can rival that of a Dragonbone warhammer. Surprisingly, even though its description makes it look like an enchanted weapon, it can still be enchanted. While enchantment effects sometimes don't display correctly due to bugs, they still function in practice. Thanks to its extremely high attack speed, enchantments can trigger more frequently on enemies, making it significantly more effective in combat. Moreover, because it comes unenchanted by default, you can even combine it with the Elemental Fury Shout to push its attack speed to insane levels. The reasons I ranked it second on this list are as follows. First, Liar's Retreat is located far from any major city, so the chances of players stumbling across it are relatively low compared to other locations. Second, due to the bug with its spawn location, most players won't notice it unless they consult a guide. After all, who would think to look beneath an altar? Third, its appearance is completely that of a standard orcish warhammer, so even if players do find it, they often overlook it at first glance. Finally, because its description makes it look like an already enchanted weapon, many players instinctively assume it cannot be further enchanted. All of these factors cause this weapon to be ignored by most players, despite its remarkable power. This is a low-profile weapon with a unique enchantment. Its special power doesn't consume any energy and allows you to knock enemies down at will. In a one-on-one fight, it makes you nearly unstoppable. I rank it first on the list because its subtle strength is far beyond what you might expect. To obtain it, you need to go to Windhelm, find Aventus Aretino, start the Dark Brotherhood questline, and progress it to Hail Sithis, which is already late in the questline. In this quest, you'll end up on the Kataraya, the personal ship of the Emperor. The weapon we're looking for is stuck on the bowsprit. Honestly, if you weren't following a guide, I doubt any player would casually jump up there to check. At first glance, this weapon seems completely ordinary, merely a simple Redguard scimitar. Many players might dismiss it as just a decorative item for good luck. But if you actually use it, you might not realize just how overpowered its enchantment is, especially since the description, knocking enemies down, can be a bit vague. Let's take a look at how it performs in actual combat. When attacking, it causes a staggering effect on enemies. Even a powerful Dragon Priest stands no chance against a series of light attacks, being forced to stagger backward repeatedly. When performing a block bash, the effect is even more dramatic. It can knock enemies straight to the ground. Even giants are easily toppled by this weapon. Even the Ebony warrior, who only appears when you reach level 80, is no match for it. For these reasons, I believe this weapon rightfully takes the top spot. It is overwhelmingly powerful, yet incredibly understated, like a forgotten legend lurking in the shadows. Alright, that wraps up the 5 most underrated artifacts we covered today. If I missed any other low-profile artifacts, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching and for all your support.